Like everybody else in the world, I have been quarantined because I am pushing 80. I'm quarantined longer than the younger folks, so it's been 8 weeks, 9 weeks, maybe it's been 9 years. I have completely lost track of time. Time has no meaning. However, they locked me up in paradise. This is my flat. It's actually a double flat. I really need a triple flat, but I can't afford to buy another flat next door. And this is an art house. This is like the inside of my brain. So I'm surrounded by my work and the work of all my friends, and I'm surrounded by color because color is my life. Color and art. Life is art. Art is life. There is no separation. So here I am with all my quarantined companions, all my work, also the work of people I love. It's almost unbearably exciting. I get up every morning, there is so much to do, there is so much to make, there's so much to see. They talk to me, and I talk to them. I have a whole collection of goddess phones here. Let's look at the goddess phones, because they're very, very special. I can actually talk to various goddesses on the goddess phones, and that is very, very comforting. Any goddess I want. Hello, honey, is Callie there? May I have a word with her, please? I need to talk because I am quarantined. So we have goddess phones, and we have goddesses. This is almost unbearably exciting for me. Hello, which goddess is this? Sometimes you get a little message. And this is, thank you for your call. Your call is important to us. This is the receptionist right here. And she says, just hold on, we'll get to you as soon as we can. And eventually she does. And these are all my memory jugs, my assemblage sculptures. They have anima, they have life. They talk to me every single day. Most of these paintings are my work. The one in the middle is by my friend Ella Guru, and she painted me and my friend Aunt Sophie. We were playing with Barbies, as we do all the time when we can get together. So I'm reminded of real life every day, and of course this is real life. This is the new normal for now. I don't know when it's going to stop, but I'm having a wonderful time. I am very obsessive, and I am very prolific. So I make neck shrines. I've been making them for years, and since I've been in lockdown, I've made dozens, and I wear them, and they are protective, and they are fun, and they're made out of found objects and detritus and old toys, and they're everywhere. I'm not big on selling things, I'm just big on making things and surrounding myself with the things that I make. There are also things made by friends. It's just a wonderful way to live. I never, ever get bored. Hello, I've got all my private mythology, which is very varied and very complicated and very satisfying to me. I'm just a crazy old woman from the Bronx. Lived in England for 36 years, but still, here I am, making things all the time. I keep some of my art clothes hanging here downstairs so I can look at it and revel in it every single day. This is, I call her Madam Hairdo. That was a present from my husband for a big anniversary, and she talks to me all the time. I have to treat her with great respect. I have to treat her very well, or she might, goodness knows what she might do, but we have a good relationship. And she's got neck shrines all around her. Quarantine companions. I had a fling with chandeliers, and I've got chandeliers with Barbies and all sorts of detritus all over the place. It is, how can I tell you how satisfying it is? If I have to be locked down, I'm locked down in paradise. What could be better than that? Hello, honey. How you doing? She's fine. She's fine and I'm fine. I've got more neck shrines hanging here. I'm lucky enough to live on the ground floor. I have a garden, I have a shed full of stuff, I have art supplies. This is the most fabulous lockdown. I do miss getting together with friends, but we have the internet. We have all sorts of ways of being in touch with everyone. Okay. Every day I draw, I paint, I make an X-shrine, I make some sort of assemblage, drawings, and they are all quarantined. This is my friend Aunt Sophie. I drew her from a picture online. She was wearing a beautiful pink gown, and on the front it said, "Stay the fuck at home." I don't usually use that language, but it seems apt in present circumstances. And I've done dozens of drawings. I have all my drawing supplies here, my acrylic pens, my markers. So all I have to do is sit down and I can have a nice stint of drawing. I've set up a painting station in the kitchen. I really, I used to cook for a living, but now I could care less. I'm not even that interested in eating. All I want to do is make things. So in my kitchen, I'm painting and painting and painting. And here's the thing, I am surrounded by so much stuff, I never throw anything away. And I knew one day, paper bags, I have never thrown away a paper bag. I knew they would come in handy. So I do a paper bag painting almost every day. In the beginning, I was doing paper bag masks, I'm going to show you. And that was tremendous fun. Maybe a little impractical. These are paintings. All my goddesses found their way onto paper bags. But I was making masks in the beginning. There's a mask. Here we go. This is me. I made a Sue mask. This is just fantastic. So when I wear this, because we're all supposed to wear a mask. When I wear this mask, I am safe. Of course, there are no eye holes, so I can't see anything. But I feel quite protected when I'm wearing this thing. This one is another favorite of mine. Oh God, I love paper bags so much. I knew that one day they would come in handy. This is a Cyclops paper bag, my second favorite paper bag mask. Put it on. And my son is an expert on all things 3D, including ViewMaster. Do you remember the ViewMaster? So I have all these wonderful ViewMasters, but somehow there's a problem with this. First of all, how do I look in the ViewMaster with only one eye? And second of all, there are no eye holes, but still it's fun. It's fun to hold this up. Okay. So that is the paper bag story. Walk all around your house. You will find things to play with. Excuse my quarantine hair. You will find things to work with. You will find things to have fun with, things that you never actually dreamt of. Okay. Next stop, the shed. I'm so lucky that I'm on the ground floor and I have a garden. I have an urban garden. It gives me much pleasure, and the weather has been very, very beautiful, so this is fantastic. And here is my shed, which is a shed of wonders. It has all my materials in it. I do my drawing in the flat, and I do my neck shrines and assemblages in here. This is a blessing, an absolute blessing. So. Just going to say, I am not a minimalist. I am not a beige person. Don't wear beige, it might kill you. Don't live with neutrals. Why would you do that? Color brings life. Color gets your heartbeat going. It lowers your blood pressure. It's just happiness is color. Color makes things better. Why does anybody choose to be? I feel sorry for the minimalists and the neutral people. What are they going to do during lockdown? It's bad for the mental health. So I am very, very lucky to be a crazy woman and to live like this. So we're going to go into my shed now. Almost 80 years old. I've been collecting detritus and crap and stuff all of my life. And it comes in very handy when you're an artist. You always need stuff. And I've got plenty of stuff. I go to the flea market every week. I go to charity shops all the time. Obviously, during lockdown, I have not been able to do that. So I troll for stuff in my own home. I've got boxes of stuff. I've got things under the bed. I've got things on the top of the closet, the bottom of the closet, on the shelves. I've had so much fun finding things and making art out of that stuff. So, I've got stuff, honey. I've got stuff. I don't need to go to the flea market. I don't need to go to the charity shop, which I do obsessively when lockdown isn't happening. My own house is a charity shop. My own house is a flea market. My shed is paradise. So I just look for things and I make things out of stuff that I find that I might have forgotten about. It is extremely exciting. This is a neck shrine that I made last night. I do have a habit of borrowing other people's deities. I don't think the deities mind. I do it with the utmost respect and love, and I figure any port in a storm, we need all the spiritual help we can get. So these are Hindu, it is Ganesh, and oh gosh, I can't wait to wear this. I will wear it around the house, even though I can't go out. And I have a couple of dolls that somebody sent me from America. It's Diego and Frida, based on the very famous wedding portrait that Frida painted. This was a marriage that went up and down and sideways and all around, but it has a Mexican heart with Frida in the middle. And again, this one is going to be such a pleasure to wear. I'll just put this over here for now. And I look around. I don't want to be locked down for 2 years, but I could be locked down for 2 years and still have stuff to make things out of. It's the joy of color, the joy of maximalism, the joy of seeing things and knowing that either one day it will be useful or it will always cause you pleasure, intense pleasure. I'm a great believer in detritus, old toys, and color, color, color. Here we are. How you doing, honey? Oh yeah, this is good. They've been here for a long time. Minnie Mouse and Wonder Woman have developed a lasting friendship. I think they're having a thing. They're very, very happy. And they cheer me up in my garden every single day. Who can be depressed? I mean, I'm worried about the state of the world. I'm worried about people I know who are ill. I'm worried about the economy and people who are losing their way of life. But at least every day can be somewhat of a joy. So I can't complain. I really, really can't complain. I was born with a rainbow in my head. I don't know why. My parents, where I grew up, it was very, very dull as far as color is concerned. Nobody else in my family has that deep passion and lust for color. Certainly not that maximalist state of mind. And I've been very lucky since I had my own place at the age of 21 back in New York City. I could do anything I want. Paint the walls, hang things up. Even when I had absolutely no money, I would just find things. Charity shops, what do they call them in New York? Whatever they are. People throw out things. We're not ashamed to pick things up out of the garbage that's waiting on the street. Always colorful things to find. And over the years, it has just escalated. So when it comes to being locked in, I am locked in a fantastic place. I never get bored. I always have something to do. I always have something to look at. They talk to me. I talk to them. How lucky am I? I would like people to survive. I would like people to have their livelihood back. But as far as trudging through every single day in this interminable lockdown, I am fine. It's as if I planned for it in advance. And I've got lots of books, I've got music, and we've got the internet, so we can talk to our friends all the time, endlessly. So it could be much, much worse. We need a vaccine. We need everybody to be well or to get well. And then people will be talking about this for generations. This is a major historical happening. It's happening all over the world. People will ask you, if you are young or middle-aged, when you get to be my age, Nanny, Grandpa, what did you do during the great pandemic of 2020? And you'll have many, many stories to tell. It's a fascinating time. I just want you to survive. I am being very, very careful. I hope you are too.